Well, a very good morning, DirtFish Rally friends. Friday morning here at Safari Rally, Kenya. We had two stages last night, plenty of drama there. What lies ahead though today? Well, I'll tell you what lies ahead. Four incredibly challenging stages. 160 kilometers or so is the length of the loop today. Oh, these guys here, are they going to be a little bit worried? No problems for Oit last night. He was quick, he was concise, and he was good. But both of his teammates with issues last night. Neuville with broken suspension, 6 minutes late out of service this morning, 1 minute time penalty. And as we saw last night, Adrien Fourmeau with that battery problem. Super rallying, a 10-minute penalty. Tanak is the only one of the three Hyundais who is clean so far. Goodness me, that is a worry, that is for sure. Who's this here? There we are. That is Thierry Neuville. Heading on a little bit. He's late, so he's heading into the stage. He's late out of service. He's not late heading to the stage. He'll get to the stage on time. There'll be no more time penalties for him. Very quick word, Aaron. It's a tough old day today, particularly this opening stage. We hear it's rough as.
Yeah, most difficult stage of the rally, I would say, to start. So it'll be interesting come the end.
It'll be a busy one for you as well, I imagine. Yeah, someone was telling me it's in terms of pace notes, there are so many pace notes in this stage because it's so naturally. There are crests, there are lots of twists and turns. So it's a busy one in terms of the pace notes. Takasan, as always. Just watching a little bit of all live. Anything interesting happening so far? Let's just look over his shoulder. Oh, that does look rough. Goodness me, that looks rough, Takasan. Yeah, he's just having a look. We won't disturb Takasan. Let's go and have a word with Josh. Good start last night from the M Sport boys. Munster, third quickest after the opening two stages. A nice clean start for Josh. Josh, you had a proper look at a safari type stage on stage 2 yesterday, dialing yourself in nicely.
Yeah, it was maybe a walk in the park compared to what we're into now. So no, it was nice to get into it. Obviously, it was a lot different from the Super Special and what I've done before with this cutting and knowing what way to take the route. So it's another big challenge this morning with this stage.
It was very different from this stage, but it's very similar to some of the stages we'll see in that you do have to pick a line, and we saw some remarkably different lines yesterday. Is that something that you pick on when you're studying the videos, when on the recce? How do you do that? How do you pick that line?
Yeah, it's a combination from recce. Obviously, you've only two passes, so it's quite hard to pick. And then I would say the video work for this rally has been the most intense yet because you're always trying to look for these lines and seeing what others are doing. So hopefully our pace notes is okay. But in here, there's not so much of that. It's more of these jump, drop bumps that could catch you out and push you on into the next corner. So yeah, a sensible approach this morning because already we've seen drama last night.
We have a sensible approach. All rally could deliver great results for these two. We talk about picking the line. What is the big issue with being the first into the stage and picking your line? Well, if you're cutting corners and it's a bit grassy, you don't know what's in that grass, and quite often there are enormous rocks. If someone's been through a cut before you, you can see that they've got through successfully, then yeah, you can follow that. No, let's not chase him again. Let's have a word. He's still smiling. I do love this guy's attitude. Still smiling, Adrian. There's still very much a job to do, isn't there? 10 minutes, on the face of it, seems like a disaster. Maybe not so much on this rally, though.
In Kenya, it can be nothing at the end. So not for the win, but I mean, top 5. I think last year Thierry was 10 minutes behind and he was top 5. So there was still a long rally to get points.
With the issue you had, the issue Thierry's had, you've got to really look after these cars. These cars are looking fragile. How difficult is it to judge that?
It's difficult because electronic is not something you can really control. Transmission, suspension, etc. Yes, electronic for me, I'll have to try to be even smoother for them, but it's difficult.
It is difficult. Good luck. Those exercises going well, warming things up. What is it? What am I looking at now? Oh yeah, he's looking at the stage. We're looking at the stage. Yeah, this stage is really tight. Very few cuts in here. It's really rough. Let's have a word with George. George Donaldson is with us this morning. He's with us all weekend. George, just as I go to him, he goes onto the phone. You've driven this stage, George. You've described it as one of the roughest stages you've seen.
Absolutely. it's a rockery. There's 18 kilometres of rockery in here. There's the other 15 kilometres is just rubbish and switchbacks, and a couple of fast places up the side of some escarpments. But basically hard, narrow places, massive rocks at the side, and it's lava rock, Colin. It's really, it won't cut. It's just brutally abrasive.
What you were telling me, George, is it will dig out, and we could see some very big issues with rocks and punctures, potentially suspension damage in here.
Massively so, Colin. They have tried to smooth the road by putting a coarse infill in, and the cars will just lift it straight out. So it's going to be pretty horrible in there.
Oof. We'll wait and see. The stage is underway. We've not heard anything yet about any incidents in there. Boys, you've parked a little bit close to the ditch. You look at this. That's a little bit of an error. Look, poor old Marco's getting his boots dirty and muddy. It's not so bad.
That's how some is.
Do you know what? If anyone's going to get their boots dirty, it has to be the co-driver. If the driver gets his boots dirty, it's a problem.
Yeah, I can do it.
There we go. Yeah, but that's true. Why is it a problem if a driver gets his boots dirty? Well, we saw it, didn't we, in Sardinia with Sebastian Ogier a couple of years ago. He was doing some work on the car. His boots got dirty. Little bit pushed for time, jumped in the car, didn't clean his boots. 1.5 kilometres, 2 k's into the stage, his foot slipped off the brake and he went off the road. So really important, where possible, to make sure that there is no mud. And I tell you what, look at this, Elliot. And you can see, here's something that they've got just behind Sammy there. You can see that little pad, that little rough pad. That's what they use to clean the boots just as they sit in the car before they take off. So that's there for a purpose. We see it in Sweden to knock the snow off. Here it's to knock the mud and the gravel off. Alex doing his warm-up exercises. We don't often see co-drivers doing that. They just normally sit down. He's ready for the day. He's enthusiastic for it. But what a spot. What a wonderful spot this is on the gravel road. Who had the smashed windscreen? He did. Have they fixed it? They have fixed it. No, sometimes they don't. No, they do. When you get extra dispensation to work in Parc Fermé if it's a windscreen, because it takes time. That's right, George, isn't it? If you have a smashed windscreen, you can actually work on that in Parc Fermé.
You can change it in Parc Fermé, absolutely. Yeah, as long as you need, you can take everything off that you need to do to change the windscreen, put it all back on, and you're good to go.
There we go. Let's have a word with my favourite, Sammy, this morning. Sammy, how are you feeling this morning? There's a huge day ahead of everyone. How are you feeling ahead of today?
Quite fine.
Good.
Quite fine.
It was an interesting start yesterday with that windscreen. How did that happen? Was it the other car on the other lane and a stone?
Yeah. So they told me that this is going to be a tough rally, and that happened on the first corner of the rally. So the start was not so nice.
Tell me about this stage. George Donaldson has described it as maybe the roughest stage of the rally, maybe one of the roughest of the year.
Yeah, I think it is one of the most rough ones, that's for sure.
It's going to be a tough start.
Yes, yeah, it's clearly. But there is a bit of everything, like there is some really rough places and then some this fish, so yeah.
Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, it's maybe the worst one for the fish of the rally even.
Well, good luck in there, our favourite Sammy. He's doing a good job, isn't he? Now. By the way, we have a special guest with us, Chris Mellors. Chris Mellors, the man that's responsible for those incredible Super 2000, but more than that, Super 2000 Protons, and Karamjit Singh, world champion. Didn't you run him as... We'll say good morning to you, Chris. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
You're still very much involved in rallying?
Not so much as we are now, but yeah, I'd like to get back into it.
What was the highlight of your rallying career? I know you're a fabulous driver yourself and still are, but what would you say was the highlight?
I think winning the PWRC with Kamjit must have been it. Great result on this rally. I think he was 8th overall. So yeah, it was really good.
That is what's possible here, isn't it? You know, I think we could see a Rally 2 car perhaps in the top 4 or 5.
Absolutely. You never know with Safari.
Great to see you, Chris. Lovely to have him along. Now, Gregoire Munster. What a start he's had to the rally. 3rd after the opening. Morning, Lulu. We'll leave you to it. Sorry, it's a bit muddy down here. Greg, that's a real positive start to the event for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's a good confidence boost. Now, you don't always need too much confidence in Kenya. So yeah, it's good, but we've done 13 kilometers of the 380, so it doesn't mean much.
No, it doesn't mean much, but you know that stage, the second stage yesterday, you found a good balance between pace and looking after the car, and that's the key to success in this rally. So that's encouraging.
Yeah, exactly. I think you need to push when you can, manage the car when it's needed, and if you find a right balance, you just hope the car managed to hold it together, and us as well as a crew, because it's really demanding physically but mentally as well, with the amount of pace note in, for example, the stage we're going to do now. So yeah, a challenge.
It's a challenge, and you're up for the challenge for sure. Great start for Gregoire and Lulu, and a great start, I guess, for M Sport. Lulu, how are you feeling this morning? Looking forward to today. This one, how's your voice? Do you do warm-up exercises for your voice in the morning? Because you'll be spitting out the notes in this one.
Not especially, but yeah, this one is quite hard for the co-drivers because a lot of pace notes and it's shaky like hell. So we'll see. That's part of the game.
Is it actually sometimes difficult to hold on to the book?
Yeah, it can be, especially second pass. But yesterday's stage was a bit more shaky than I expected. So.
Well, good luck. Good luck. Keep holding it.
He has more work because he has more pages. He has the most pages of everyone.
Why is that? How many pages do you have in this one?
40.
40, Freddie. How many pages do you have, Lulu?
I'm 59.
20. That's 50% more pages, 50% more notes. That's because Jordan likes to keep it nice and straightforward, don't you, Jordan? You need just what you need to get through the stage. Nothing extra in your notes.
Yes and no. We don't have to lose 5 minutes. No, we have to drive. If you don't drive, it will be even worse. So the only thing is the fesh at the end, which will be difficult. But for the rest,
is there an approach for the fesh? Is there a way to get through it? Do you take a different approach into it?
Right. You have to use the handbrake as maximum, and having a car which is turning the front very easily. That's the most important.
We'll watch with interest. Best of luck, Jordan. There we go, Jordan and Freddie McLeod. As he said, yeah, a bit of everything here. That fesh is right at the end of the stage, so we'll look out for that. Young Oliver Solberg. Good start for him last night. Elliot next to him. Good morning, Oliver. We'll let you look at this across the front. Just a bit of extra protection on the front of the car here, as well as the snorkel. Why have they got the extra protection? Well, there's all sorts of hazards out there. There's obviously rocks, rubble. There are also animals. So as much protection as you can get. We'll talk to you in a second. Sometimes it requires brute force. What's the approach today?
It's the same for everyone, but definitely taking a starting steady and see how it goes, you know.
You concentrate on what you're doing there, mate. Concentrate on that. Yeah, take it steady, see how it goes. So there we are. Folks, we did get here eventually. Apologies. Have a look at our, later on, maybe next week, our behind the scenes vlog to see why we missed the first couple of cars here. We've had a very interesting morning. Folks, what a day we have ahead. This one could prove decisive. We're not hearing anything yet about any issues. Anyone had any issues? Lulu, you hearing anything in the stage? Nope, nothing. First 10 kilometres, no drama. There we go. Just, yeah, well done, Marco. Just get that nice and clean. They're looking good. Well done, my friend. Cleaning the boots off before he gets into the car. We are heading off, folks, to, well, prepare ourselves for what I suspect is going to be a remarkably busy day here at the Safari Rally. It's all underway. We're chasing cars. We'll see you soon.